Today we're going to learn about clocks, two different clocks. But first of all, what do we use time for? Well, I use time for everything. You use time for everything that you need every single day. I use time to wake up, to what time I'm going to come to class to teach y'all, what time I eat, what time I go to bed, everything. Even when I played softball, we used to have a chant saying, "What time is it? Game time." So we all knew it was time to prepare for our game. But today, we're going to learn about two clocks, as I said. We're going to learn about a digital clock and an analog clock. First, we're going to start with the analog clock. This clock is one of the most oldest clocks that we have to tell us time. See, right now, it's pointed at 8:50. This right here, this is the shorthand. The shorthand will always tell you the hours. But first off, what is hours? Let's see what hours is. Does anybody know how many hours are in a day?
12.
We have 12 hours in a day.
Oh, 24 hours in a day.
We have 24 hours in a day. But for like at least 8 of them we're sleeping. So, you know. How many minutes do we have in an hour?
59.
No, we don't have 59.
60.
Yes, we have 60 minutes in an hour. And the clock can tell us this, what time of the day it is. With this one, since this is a shorthand, like I said, this is going to tell you hours. So it's on the 8th. So this means it's the 8th hour. We don't know if it's AM or PM. So this long one right here, the long one, it would tell you the minutes. So the short tells you what?
The hours.
It tells you the hours. And the long tells you?
The minutes.
Okay. With the minutes, it's not like the hours. You have to go by 5 with the minutes. The reason why we go by 5 is because when the long hand hits the 12, it starts the hours over again. So say for instance, we're at 8 o'clock. Instead of it being okay, this is showing 8 o'clock. So we count by 5 because on the real analog clock, if you see one, it has little bitty marks in between each number. So this will tell you either it's 8 or 1, 2, 3, or 4. So the reason we count by 5s is because they have 4 little marks in between to show you 1 through 4. And once it hits the big number, it's 5. So it's counting by 5s. And so it's like 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. And at the end, it's going to be 30. So if you ever want to know a time of something, when you see the long hand, you can always, in the inside of your analog clock, you can always say 1 times 5 equals 5. So they'll tell you it is 8:05. So you read this. 8 is the hour and 5 is the minutes. For the digital clock, it already tells you. It doesn't have like the little lines in between all the numbers. It only has the time it already is. Okay? So this one, it says 1, the hour is 1 and 30. So that means it's 1:30. So does anybody know what time we get out of school?
3:20.
So if you see a clock that says 3:30, should we still be in school?
No, we're out of school.
Why are we out of school?
Because we get out at 3:20. The hour has to be 3 and the minutes has to be 20.
Okay. So it has to be like this. $3:20. So if I was to draw it on my analog clock, how would it look?
The shorthand will be on the 3 and the longhand will be on the 4.
So you telling me if I put the shorthand right here and the longhand right here, that'll be 3:20.
Yes.
So what if I say should I still be at school at this time? First of all, what time is this?
Which one's the shorthand? Okay. It's 8.
Count by 5, 10, 15,
20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45.
So if this is 45.
It's like 46.
Yes, it's 46. So what time is it?
8:46.
So it's going to be 8.
If it's in the morning, then we are at school. But if it's at night, I'm at home in my bed.
You should be sleeping. That's right. So class, today we learned about 2 different types of clocks. What was one? What is this clock?
An analog clock.
This is the analog clock, okay? What about this one that already tells you the time without, but it's different from the analog clock?
Digital clock.
Okay, it's the digital clock. So, class, I hope y'all learned something with the 2 different clocks, and when you go home, also, you can look at your parents' watch and tell them what time it is, because most watches are analog watches, but we have some that are digital. So, class, have a good day.